Hello, everybody. Joe Begadonuts here, and welcome back for another episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue, where last time we left off. We've uncovered the truth of something, of that Nanami is actually Umi. Yeah, we knew that, but now she also knows, and now we're delving a little bit deeper into the mystery of essentially Shira's mother's disappearance, all that fun stuff, and we're gonna get some timey-wimey stuff, see how that goes. Anyway, I'm fucking exhausted right now, dude. Oh my fucking god, I'm so tired. It's like 2 a.m. Oh, sorry. Oh, my schedule's been out of whack the past couple of days. So essentially the long and short of it is, on Thursday, I had my, it's called CADM. It's like Combat Arms Training something. At least that's what I assume the acronym stands for. I never actually bothered to check. But essentially, go refresh on this is a rifle. This is how you shoot it. Go shoot it. Bang, bang. Okay, you shot good. Here you go. And, essentially you have to go through it and hit enough of the target to qualify to be able to have a gun, when you go overseas or something and you need one. And if you don't qualify, then you can't go, which is bad. For you specifically, it looks really fucking bad on your career. Oh cool, you just can't do your job. That's awesome. But I did great. I shot expert. I am an expert marksman once again. So this time I'll actually get my medal, so that's cool. It's not even that hard. It's you need to hit 16 out of 18 shots, I think. And essentially how it works is they got the target, it's set up 30 meters downrange, and it's got 3 separate target silhouettes on there. It's got one for 75 meters, one for 125, and then one for 300 meters. So the one for 75, it's kind of just the upper torso and the head. It's probably just short of a foot long. It's probably shorter, maybe 10 inches long, and then 4 or so inches high. That just kind of the shoulders, and then it increases for the head, and then it goes back down. You can probably Google the target and you'll be able to find it. And then for the further distance ones, it's the same piece of paper, it's just the silhouette gets smaller, so it's harder to hit. And of course we're shooting inside of range, so you don't got to worry about a wind, fucking bullet drop, all that stuff you'd actually need to worry about if you're trying to shoot someone 300 meters away. So I was able to hit the 16 out of 18 right on the dot, so I'm nice. Woo. But that was during the day. And as you all know, if you pay attention to my lore that I yap about in the beginning of these videos, I'm currently on night shift. So I had to stay up all day long, fucking shoot. Well, first it was classroom stuff, because it's this is a gun, this is safety, this is how you disassemble it, this is how you reassemble it. It's yes, I know, I've done this for 10 fucking years. Can I just get my bullets and go to the range and go home with an hour? And they're no. It's fuck. So I do all that. I don't get out of there until it's 4:30. So I get home, I'm exhausted. And 4:30 for me, I get out at 7. So 7 a.m. So that's the equivalent of someone getting out of work at 2 in the morning when they normally get out at 5. It's I am dying. So I go home, I try to sleep. My body's still on a night shift schedule, so I wake up at midnight, and it's fuck. I got work in the morning, because, you can't just get a free day off of work for them fucking up your sleep schedule, so I had to go in yesterday at 7 a.m. So it's all right, guess I'll just stay up all night, and then go to work, and then work through the day, and my body's still on my night shift schedule, so even though I got a full, actually, it wasn't even 8 hours. I slept 6 or 7. But that's beside the point. day ended. I'm exhausted. I go upstairs. I go to sleep. And I essentially slept the entire day. Ugh. Ugh. Like, ugh. I got out at 3. Pretty much the same thing. I came home around 4, ate dinner, and then immediately passed out. And now here we are. I've actually been up for like 2 hours because I still woke up at midnight again. However, right now I'm essentially in the hot seat for, you know, our little exercise we're doing right now at work, which is fun. Which essentially means I can literally get a phone call at any minute, and I would have to go into work. Which is great. I love that. I love that for me, specifically. So, that means no drinking for me, because then if I'm drunk, I clearly can't go into work. I would never do that. No, I would never be traveling on the road with our airplanes, and we're out in some German bars and nightclubs until 4 a.m., and we have to fly at, like, 10 a.m. the next day. Or 10 a.m. that day. And then just drank coffee and fucking ate food at a diner until, you know, we sobered up and then went on the jet and flew it. Like, no, we would never do that. Never, ever. Anyway, I got my coffee. I'm tired. Let's get the wheels rolling here, and then hopefully we'll pick up steam as we go. And, you know, it'll knock, like, the rust off of my brain. Ugh. I also have, like, no food in my fridge. I have, like, eggs, and that's it. I ate all the meat. I ate all my fruit. I guess I have ice cream in the freezer that I still need to finish eating, but fried eggs and ice cream for breakfast ain't really, like, that doesn't set off my, you know, set off my good vibes. I was trying to think of something, like set off my hunger, but I'm like, that's not quite right. No, it's not very appetizing. There we go. Anyway, festival time. I could hear the deep thumping of taiko drums outside. Grandpa would normally be asleep this time of day, was up and about too. He was finishing his preparations in a fluster.
今日はわしは手伝いがあるから白羽を見てやってくれるか
もちろんです
白羽なんだ
Oh yeah, and Shiroha's been moody recently.
ナナミに迷惑をかけないようにいい子にしているんだぞ
もう屋台がいっぱい出てるよ
Yum!
すごいね
Let's get some yakisoba. There weren't really that many, but several festival stalls were set up around the harbor. All sorts of scents wafted around, both sweet and savory. I was instantly
お
hungry.
じいさんからお小遣いもらっ
Please,
てる
please
か
don't
ら
talk about food. I'm
食
so
べたい
hungry.
の食べていいよ
I'll have to go like Wawa or like drive to the McDonald's further away to get something today. Or if I wait long enough, the Dunkin' Donuts will open in 2 hours. 2.5. It opens at 4:30, I think.
やったじゃあバター焼き
Ugh. That's right. You just want to eat a stick of butter. I got to see Shiroha-chan smile for the first time in a long while. Yeah, the children yearn for butter. She was enjoying the festival's food stalls immensely. The Flight of the Summer Bird was gradually growing tourist attraction, so people from outside the island were around too. I was sure it'd be the island's busiest day. The entire island was bustling. Wherever you went, people were laughing happily. And most importantly, Shiroha-chan was all smiles as she walked along beside me. That made me happier than anything else. Time always flies when you're having fun. Even summer vacations that feel like they'll go on forever come to an end before you know it. Leaving you left in a panic over the summer homework you kept putting off. The days kept passing by, hectic and boisterous. If only this season could go on forever. Then Shiroha-chan might never think to use her power. She was supposed to spend this summer alone, really. But then I came along. I was here for her. And I did my best to support her. At the end of all those summers, if I could save just someone. If that someone was Shiraha-chan, then I'd be satisfied. It would give this long, long journey of mine meaning.
ななみ
Shiraha-chan was looking over at me in concern. Wonder what just sort of face I had been making.
大丈夫
My voice was shaking. I had to smile. I had to savor the moments. When Shiraha-chan set forth a completely new future, that summer would cease to be. Towards a completely new future. And that meant the summer she spent with me would be gone. That's why the time we spent walking side by side felt special. Felt like the last little bit of happiness I'd be allowed. The sun was starting to set. We'd made our way to the
も
shrine.
う少ししたらお堂から夏鳥の役の女の人が出てくるの
Yeah,
と
who
ても
would it
綺
be?
麗なの
楽しみだね。
The flight of the summer bird began, as people from all over the island gathered around. Finally, the temple doors opened and a girl wearing a resplendent costume emerged. This was one of the many scenes I'd witnessed time and time again. How beautiful she'd been back then. She danced gracefully in time with the festival music, as if to see off the sinking sun, as if to welcome the oncoming night. Everyone's eyes were fixed upon that extraordinary spectacle. Now here's the question for you. Extraordinary? Extraordinary? Which emphasis does the syllable go on? After the summer bird's ritual dance ended, the island men carried the boat off on their shoulders, heading for the ocean. The lanterns, meant to guide the spirits of the islanders' ancestors back to the afterlife, would be set afloat. Both the islanders and the tourists followed along after the boat. The shrine grounds had been so lively moments before fell silent. Shiraha-chan was rooted in place, watching the ritual boat fade away into the
どうし
distance.
たの？
Could she still be worrying about what those kids said at the pool? I figured the thought of having to say goodbye to her mom and dad was making it hard for her to follow
お
along.
父さんが死んだ時
え？
私毎日泣いてたの
Yeah, that's fair.
うん。
その時に聞こえたの
声？
あなたには会いに行く力があるって
え？
あのね私は会いに行けるの
Mm-hmm.
私が望めばあの時もそのことをねお母さんに教えてあげたのもしかしたらお父さんに会いに行けるかもしれないって
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you can't.
お母さんすごく
Well,
驚いて
more,
た
more you shouldn't.
きっとお母さんもそのことに気づいて
Nostalgia
一
is
人で行っちゃ
dangerous.
ったんだよお父さんのところに最近そのことをずっと考えてたの
Yeah, that's fair.
だとしたら私はどうしたらいいのかって
Even if you can, doesn't mean you should. Suddenly, something passed in front of me.
ジョー。
It was a single butterfly, glowing with a soft, mysterious light. It circled around and around in an arc through the sky, almost as if it were dancing. Shiraha-chan cried out. Her eyes were wide open, like she just remembered something.
ごめんななみ私行かないと
What?
どこに？
お母さんに会いに行くのほら私を迎えに来たの
ジョーが。
Hmm.
だから行くの
待って、
Shiraha-chan was going to leave.
シロハちゃん、待って。
She's gone.
確かこっちへ来たはず。
I chased after Shiraha-chan deep into the woods. It was dark, and I couldn't see where I was stepping, but I ran along desperately. However fast I ran, though, I couldn't catch her at all. But even so, I couldn't just stop. At this rate, Shiraha-chan's power will awaken. She'll obtain the cursed power that will trap her in the past. I can't let that happen. saw a faint light deep in the woods. A gap in the trees, maybe? I sprinted straight towards it. That gentle light shined on through the trees. Moonlight? No, that's not right. It was a cloud of butterflies. Glowing butterflies, their light piercing through the forest's darkness.
これは
They were all flying in the same direction, deeper and deeper into the forest, like something was drawing them in. Just what would I find up ahead? I was swept along in their flow and walked in the direction they were heading. A short while later, I passed through a gap in the trees. Yep. The moonlight that had seemed so soft earlier was so bright, it blinded me for a moment. I found myself in a clearing, at the center of which stood a single tree. The glowing butterflies were gathering around it, and right beside it stood.
シロハちゃん。
ナナミ、ここから先はナナミはいけないよ。特別な力を持ってる人だけしか行けないの。
Oh, well, you see, the thing about that is...
ここにきっとお母さんは来たの。それでお父さんに会いに行ったの。
お父さんに会いに行ったって。
過去に行ったんだよ。お母さんにも私にもそういう力があるの。私が望めばそこに行くことができるんだよ。ナナミもそうやって今ではないどこかから来たんでしょ。
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, you know, as we kind of learned from Umi's whole thing, is even if you go, the past is still the past, and you can't really effectively change anything with your power, because, you know, predestination and all that, essentially, like the timeline, you know, can accept a little wibbly wobbly, but in the end, you know, not able to really change anything. It's a metaphor for escapism and living in the past.
それは。
だから私も行くんだ。そしてお母さんを探すの。遊んでくれてありがとう。もっと遊びたかったけど、お母さんのところに行かないと。
行くってどこに？
迎えが来るの。
迎え？
Once again, the glowing butterflies swarmed around the
ダメ
tree.
だ。行ってはいけない。
The pale, flickering butterflies flapped their wings. There were dozens of them. No, even more. Soon, the light began to swell up. And as their brilliance swallowed all, the world shifted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to the other world. Yep.
ここは。
The night is over? No, that's not it. This place. I've been here before. When I obtained my power, I came here too. No. This can't continue.
シロハちゃん。
ナナミ、どうして来たの？
どうしてって。
Mm-hmm.
これで私は力がもらえる。その力で私は
It will do nothing.
お母さんに会いに行くの。
ダメだ。
え？
絶対ダメだ。行っちゃダメだ。そんなことをしたら君は代わりにいろんなものを失うんだ。
いろんなものを
Mm-hmm.
失う？
Yep. For the past, you see, you trade your future.
その力を使えば代わりに君は別のかけがえのない時間を失うことになる。君を待っている人たちがいる。
対象？失う？
Mm-hmm.
わからない。
And like every future moment,
お
too.
父さんが死んだの
Not just
も、
one.
お母さんがいなくなったのも何かの対象だったの？
No, I think your dad just died normally. Your mom, yeah, maybe. She might have tried something, but...
それはシロハちゃんがいなくなったらおじいちゃんはどうなるの？
おじいちゃんは私が邪魔なの。
本当にそう思うの？
うん。
おじいちゃんだけじゃない。
Mm-hmm.
たくさんの人が、楽しい夏が君を待っている。
Yeah, just wait a few more years. You know, Pogs will be around. Don't you want to play with Pogs?
思い出が待っているんだ。
Shirha would probably love Pokemon Red.
思い出が待っている。嘘。私は一人ぼっちだもん。お母さんは私を置いていっちゃった。
違う。
Yeah, she just went out for milk.
君のお母さんは置いていったわけじゃない。白羽ちゃんのために頑張ったんだ。僕にはわかるんだよ。お父さんの元に行ったわけじゃなくて、もっと何か大切な目的があったん
You
だ。
know, what exactly she did, I'm still not entirely sure, but she seems to have, like, from everything we've heard about her, like, a decently good head on her shoulders. So she again, from, like, the 2 people we've talked about with her, you know, she doesn't seem like the kind of person that would just, like, dip out, you know, for the whole escapism thing.
そしてそれは白羽ちゃんのためなんだ。お母さんはそうしてしまうんだよ。
それでも私は一緒にいてほしかった。お母さんがいなくなってずっと一人ぼっち。朝起きても家の中は静かだった。
That's because your house doesn't have a TV. Just get one and turn it
ご
on.
飯は一人でも作れたけど、でも一人で食べると美味しくなかった。学校に行くとき行ってきますってもう言わなくなった。ずっとこうなんだって。私は一人ぼっちなんだって。
The same. I was exactly the same. So much so, it really made me want to cry. I understood Shiraha's feelings painfully, excruciatingly well. Wanting to run away so much, you can't help it. Wanting to take something back so much, you can't help it. But not being able to rely on anyone. Always being all alone. Despairing at the future. And that's exactly why I wanted to save Shiraha-chan.
白羽ちゃん、今年の夏は楽しかった？だったら次の夏はもっと楽しくなるよ。
嘘だ。
うんうん。
Nope.
本当だよ。僕がそれを見せてあげる。大丈夫だよ。さっき言ったよね。君を待っている人たちがいるって。
I reached out a hand to Shiraha-chan. And the tip of my finger began to glow. A faint, ephemeral light, like the flapping of a butterfly's wings.
ななみ、これは何？
Well, you know, just something she carried along, you know, in her pocket, you know, memories of a summer. Say that again.
握って。僕はこれを君に届けるために来たんだ。少しだけ遠い未来の思い出だよ。
That's right. I came all the way here just for this moment, because I wanted to teach her about all of those summer memories, about the many summers within me, and about the strong feelings I had for her. Taka from Falcon, Hara from Plane, Ha from the kanji for wing, then the kanji for yori, and the Ri of village.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a really complicated name.
そう。
And you are?
え？
Your name.
白羽。
there's just one more thing.
何するの？
Want to help us draw something?
って。
Something like this.
何これ？
A cat paw whisking ears.
こんな感じ？
冷たい。微妙に痛。
Mm-hmm.
出力は最低にしてある。
サンキュー。いや、でも微妙に痛。結構痛い。
白羽も。
うん。えい。
Yep, blast him.
よくもやってくれたな。これが出会いです。
Mm-hmm.
こんな感じでしたね。
英語の教科書みたいな会話ね。
It didn't sound like a budding friendship to me.
初対面は普通こんなもの。この後仲良くなりますよ。
Yeah, you just need to get your foot in the door. I'm not convinced yet.
なりました。今では立派なずっともです。ずっとも違うし。
Yeah, that's a bit too heavy. Though if you want right now, you could probably go meet Samuki. She should still be at the lighthouse. Considering, old lady Kato is still kicking right now. And from what we heard from Samuki, that, she was able to meet her. Shira?
タヌキ怖すぎる。
Huh?
やり方が陰湿すぎるよ。タヌキ陰湿すぎる。
Yeah, the sight of their giant nuts swaying, would frighten anyone. Understandable. Oh, we can pass ourselves off as a married couple, temporarily.
かりそめの夫婦。
Yeah, for tax
ダ
purposes.
メだよ、そんなの。
We could probably get money from the government. It'd just be for the ceremony. It wouldn't really mean anything. We don't really be getting married at all.
当たり前。ダメ。絶対ダメだよ。
Yeah, figures.
迷惑になるよ。
Let's just put that off for now, okay?
まずみんなを見つける。
They all seem to be really gung-ho about hiding, you know?
やれるだけやってみる。マッチという可能。
さあ。
天然くん見つけた。
しまった。
Mhm.
つい試合の癖が。
裸祭り。
バージ。バー。
良一見つけた。
しまった。
All too easy.
衝動が抑えられなかった。
Pachoo!
飲み木、ライフルが見えてる。しまった。つい撃ってしまった。そういえばこの前この辺りにエッチな本が落ちていたの。
Russell, Russell.
青見つけた。
違うから本が捨てられてたらゴミになっちゃうから探そうとしただけなの。
They were all just fragments of possible futures. But they showed all the many, many fun things that might be waiting in the summers to come. They were all exciting memories from the future. I'm here to give them to you. You, who lost the people most precious to you and spent a summer all alone. You, who've grown tired of waiting for a summer that could never come again. I'm here to deliver them to you.
これは夢なの？
That's a decent way to look at it.
違うよ。思い出だよ。
思い出？私知らない。こんな。
全部本当にあったこと。ううん、ありえることなんだ。 いろんな人が、楽しいことが
Mm-hmm.
君を待っているんだ。来年も、その次も。だから、言ってはダメだよ。
ななみ、
Yeah, see,
あ
and
なたは
that's where the paradigm shift happens, between, going back to the past just to, like, dwell in it versus, shifting it to living for the future instead. And then that's where change is possible. Because the past is done and dusted, there's nothing you can really do back there. However, if you live for the future, then there's infinite possibilities for change.
誰なの？この未来の思い出を私に見せに来たって。
Damn, I fucking put that together real succinctly. I'm so good at this.
僕は、
I wanted to tell her everything. Who I was. Why I was here. All of it. But I just couldn't do it.
帰ろう、シロハちゃん。
I looked at my world, my cage.
もう僕たちに力は必要ない。君が見た未来の思い出に進まないと。
We joined hands and faced forward. The field was so wide and flat, we could see all the way to the horizon. There wasn't an exit. But still, we took a step forward. A single step towards the future. Everything before me was engulfed in white. In that pure white world, I walked on, feeling Shirha-chan's warmth through our entwined hands. But with every step I took, I felt like a small part of me was melted away, drip by drip. I could see the ocean. I'd crossed over it so many times. And I heard somebody whisper, "Thank you." For some reason, it made me happy. I didn't recognize the voice. But even so, I knew. It was the voice of a multitude of memories. People wandering in a space within time. People just like us. Amongst them was a butterfly that flew ahead to lead our way. It was another of the people who'd been within me. I wondered for a moment about what to call it. But the words fell out naturally.
ありがとう、おばあちゃん。
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I assumed as much that, like one of those mystery voices that we heard in the void, essentially, because, who could it be? Someone that we don't know? And it's like, yeah. But then that tracks with it being Shira's mom. When I opened my eyes, we were back. The butterflies were nowhere to be seen. This place. That's right, I remember.
迷い立花。
Place just a little askew of reality, a little askew of time. A divine tree that forever stood vigil over those boundaries. But the mysterious power I'd felt from it up until then was gone. The flowers that I was sure had been in bloom had all fallen. We seemed to be back in our original
こ
time.
こ、どこ？
Well, if they've all fallen, you might have gotten close to, when you left, but, time, is convoluted in other worlds and all that.
シロハちゃん、大丈夫？
うん。帰ってこられたの？
みたいだね。
Unless, just a strong gust of breeze came by when we were gone and blew them all to the ground, and it's only been like 2 hours. Through a break in the mountains, I saw a number of tiny lights floating on the ocean. They're the lanterns from the Flight of the Summer Bird. Yep, okay. They just fell because magic. Gotcha. Each and every one of those lights was packed full of the feelings of the people who made them, and the memories of the people that they were made for.
綺麗だね。
For a moment, we gazed out at that scene. Thank goodness. Truly. Now, we just had to go home.
蝶々が飛んでる。光る蝶々。
I guess there was still a butterfly nearby. I looked around for it.
ナナミ。ナナミ。
Ah.
手が透けてるよ。
ああ、本当だ。
Oh, ain't that funky. The butterflies fluttering around us were spilling out from my body. Oh, okay. I see now. Really, though, I kind of had an idea before. Looks like I really pushed myself too far. I was made up of a mass of memories knitted together. And by sharing them with Shirha-chan, I caused them to unravel. I could no longer bring them back together. I was out of time.
シロハちゃん、僕は大切な人に会いに来たんだ。そして会えた。
It's fine. This is all right.
だからこうして消えていくんだよ。
I did what I wanted to do.
満足して消えるんだ。
ナナミは満足なの？
そうだよ。
消えちゃうのに満足なの？
Yep.
うん。
I had already done everything that I needed to. I didn't have any wishes
こ
left.
こでさようならだよ。あの灯籠と一緒に僕も帰るんだ。
ナナミ、そんな、また一人ぼっちになる。私、また一人ぼっちになっちゃうよ。
Well, then you'll just have to go find other people.
大丈夫だよ。君は未来でたくさんの人と出会って楽しい時間を過ごすんだ。
You just gotta make the effort.
その思い出を見たよね。
でも、そこにナナミがいないよ。
僕は仕方ないかな。
どうして私にここまでしてくれたの？夏休みに一緒にいただけなのに。あなたは本当は誰なの？
Yeah, that's fair. If I saw someone, like, turning into, like, an ephemeral spirit in a flood of, like, butterflies coming out of them, I'd be like, okay, this is a little wacky.
僕は
I bit my lip. Swallow the words you want to say. Just smile.
僕はナナミだよ。
ナナミ。
Mm-hmm. My body was breaking apart. The memories that had been bound together were returning to where they belonged.
さようなら。
I slowly opened my eyes. When I looked closely, a single iridescent shade was sitting on Shirha-chan's shoulder. Thought it was one of the ones that had fallen out of me. Somehow, that one butterfly glowed with a more gentle light than all the others. It's like the light was watching over me.
あなたは
As if in answer, the butterfly slowly flapped its wings, like it was whispering something to Shirha-chan. Seemed like it was trying to tell us something.
違う。あなたはナナミ。私、あなたを知っている。別の場所で会った。こ
Mm-hmm.
の島で会ったよ。
Well, will be.
この島で、
Mm-hmm.
いつかあなたと会った。私たちは一緒にいた。
ダメ。
一緒に夏を過ごした。
思い出さないで。
あなたは。
Yeah, it's a little heavy for you to remember that.
そうだ。ふみちゃんなの。
Why? Why? Yes, and I know the butterfly Shira. We don't have to say it out loud. They look completely different now, so why?
なんで
Because you're a loser in the same kind of way.
ふみちゃん、ど
シロハちゃん。
うしてこんなことを。どうして来ちゃったの？
Yeah, that's fair. Like, you've super fucked with the timeline. It makes sense your mom would be a little mad at you, but...
お母さん。
バカ！来ちゃいけないって言ったのに。あなたがその力を手に入れたのは、あなたの願いを叶えるためだよ。楽しい夏を過ごすために。
夏休みを過ごすために海ちゃんが幸せになるための力なのに、どうしてもう
Mm-hmm.
幸せをもらったからお母さんと楽しい夏を過ごせたよ。本当に楽しかった。お父さんも一緒でずっとずっと欲しかった夏。すごく幸せな夏休みだった。
Mm-hmm.
じゃあどうしてここに来ちゃったの？こんな遠い場所まで、自分を変えちゃってまで。お母さんをね、助けたかったの。だからってこんなことをしたら。
Yeah, it's I can see why your own mother would be upset at you for like unraveling and essentially going to erase your own existence from the timeline.
いろんなことが変わっちゃうんだよ。あなたと過ごすはずだった夏はもう来ない。きっと私はもう違う私になる。私が力を手に入れないということは、それは海ちゃんとは
It'll all work out.
あなたはいなくなっちゃうよ。うん、分かってる。分かってたよ。じゃあどうして？呪いみたいな力だとしても。
I don't know, for a better future, one that doesn't suck as much.
それでもあなたと海ちゃんとの絆になるなら、私はそれでもよかったのに。だってお母さん、言いたいことがあったから。私はあの時言うことができなかった言葉をお母さんに。おはようって。海ちゃん、もう時間だね。きっと私のやらなきゃいけないことが終わっちゃった。
Even just talking, I could feel my power draining away from me.
お母さんを助けることができた。お母さんにまた会えて、言いたかったことを言えて、お母さんにまた名前を呼んでもらえた。
With each breath I took, I felt my presence becoming thinner.
すごく本当にすごく嬉しい。
I couldn't even stand anymore.
あれ、ちょっと疲れちゃったみたい。ふみちゃん。お母さんのお膝だ。
Mm-hmm.
懐かしいな。
ふみちゃん、私はただあなたに幸せになってほしかっただけなのに。ただそれだけなのに。
Yeah, you tried. There was like nothing you could really do though. That timeline just kind of sucked a little bit.
ふみちゃんのお母さんなのに。
うん。お母さんだから。私はお母さんの子だから。だから
Mm-hmm.
こんなにも頑張れたんだよ。
そうだね。ふみちゃんはすごく頑張ったよ。
See, they say, you know, you probably heard the phrase like the greatest love that someone can feel is like a parent's for their child. It's actually the other way around. Is that the greatest love a person can feel is a child for their parent. Because even if like there's definitely some people who like don't deserve to be parents and, you know, really shouldn't be and just aren't good people and aren't good people to their children, like, and don't do anything that really they should to earn that love, they still get it because, you know, children are kind of wired to kind of unconditionally love their parents. Usually from a young age, you know, as they get older and they kind of develop into real people, they can kind of like see things a little more objectively and then make, you know, more informed decisions about that, you know, have more fully fleshed out thoughts. But like at a younger age, yeah, it's like even if it's fucked up and bad, and they're not a good parent, you know, usually the kid's still gonna love them because, you know, it's their parent.
頑張ったのに、頑張ってくれたのに、褒めてあげられないの。海ちゃんのお母さんでいたいのに、私の海ちゃんでいてほしいのに。
母さん。
嫌だよ。どこにも行かないで、ずっと一緒にいたいよ。だって私は海ちゃんとやりたいことたく
Well,
さんあ
we'll
る
just
よ。
have to do them in the future then.
一緒に料理をしたり、買い物に出かけたり、
Give it about, you know, 15, 20
い
years.
ろいろな場所に行って、たくさんの思い出を作って、それ何度も夏を一緒に過ごして。
You know, I put an extra couple years on there to give it time for, you know, for Umi to grow because, you know, just walking around with like a wet bag of luggage that is like a toddler is, you know, I'm sure for a mother they'd be happy memories, but you can do more stuff when they become like kind of a person.
私は海ちゃんがいない夏なんて嫌。夏だけじゃない、一年中ずっと一緒にいたいよ。
もうお母さんの方がずるいよ。我慢したかったのに、泣いたらお母さんに心配かけちゃうから。なのに
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think anyone would blame you in this
私
situation.
もお母さんと一緒にいたい。もっとお母さんで呼びたい。もっとお母さんに料理を教えてほしい。一緒に遊びたい。まだ私もずっと一緒にいたい。お母さん、お母さん、お母さん、大好きだよ。海ちゃん、海ちゃん。
Yep, get it all out.
お母さん、一つだけお願いがあるの。
何でも聞くよ。
お歌ってほしいの。母さんの歌声
Mm-hmm.
覚えてるから。あの夏よりももっと昔に聞いてたよ。
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the shitty karaoke we did.
ずっと聞いていたもん。私はすごく愛されていた。
It's like I suppose that's a bit more, you know,
とても温かくて
emotionally fulfilling and thematic instead
幸
of
せで、
shitty karaoke.
もう一度だけあの頃に戻りたい。母さんに包まれて眠りたいよ。
そんな、嫌だよ。そんなこと言わないで。眠っちゃったら
Mhm.
海ちゃん
I mean,
いなくなっちゃう。
it's a little kind of late for that. She's got no, her legs are kind of see-through right now.
もう無理
Yeah.
みたい。すごくね。眠いの。だから
海ちゃん、
お母さん、お母さん。
大丈夫だよ。ここにゆりかごの歌を
going on its own.
歌うよゆりかごの歌をこんな風に抱かれながら
Oh, me too, brother.
眠りたかった。お母さんを知らない頃、お父さんも仕事でいない夜、一人で眠りながらぼんやりと思う。それは物心がつく前に誰かの腕の中で優しく抱かれていた。まだ開ききらない目でうっすらと影のように見えるその人を、その感触を、そのぬくもりを眩しい空の下で気持ちよく眠っていた。
Where did you get your pink hair from, though?
あの頃みたいにかすかに覚えてい
Like,
る
which side of the family?
眩しさの中で、その人は笑いながらそれで歌ってくれていた。歌の内容は思い出せない。ぼんやりとした旋律だけが、私はいくつもの夏をそうして見つけた。歌が聞こえる。目はまだちゃんと開かなくて、その人の顔は見えない。だけど私はぼんやりと夢を見ていた。いつの夢かわからない。楽しいことが始まるって嬉しくて、ただその光の眩しさに目を細めながら笑っ。そういう思い出もなくなろうとしている。ああ、やっとわかった。これは失うってことなんだ。過去を失うんだ。存在を失うってことなんだ。全部
Mm-hmm.
なかったことになって、私は生まれなくて
Yeah, to be undone,
二度と
one might say.
会えないんだ。お父さんにもお母さんにも。でもいいんだ。それでも私は私がしたかったことをした。お母さんに会ってお母さんといっぱい楽しい夏を過ごして、それで最後に会えた。お母さんバイバイ。ふみちゃん、
Yeah, that's gotta be rough for you.
いっぱい夏を楽しめたんだね。私と一緒にいたいって、それだけを願ってくれて、一生分の夏休みを楽しんで、それを全部私に教えてくれた。夏の思い出があんなにも眩しいものだって教えてくれた。でも本当に楽しいことばかりだった？もっとしてほしいことあったんじゃないの？お母さんに気を使わなくてよかったんだよ。
Mm-hmm.
ごめんね。もっとたくさん一緒にいてあげたいのに、もうあの夏休みは
Nope.
取り戻せないんだね。
All you can do is have more of them.
取り戻そうと思っちゃダメなんだよね。
Nope.
わかってる。過去に縛られちゃダメなんだよね。でも
Yeah, it doesn't hurt any less.
それでも私は覚えているよ。初めて会った時、何か言いたそうにずっと私を見ていたよね。お母さん役になって家に行った時、
And you only did it for watermelon
す
bars.
ごく驚いていたけど、私もすごく緊張。一緒に作った折り紙喜んでくれて嬉しかった。 かくれんぼも一緒に同じところに隠れたよね。歌を歌うの初めて楽しいって思ったよ。プールもあんなに楽しかったのは初めてだった。あの夏休みは
うん
私にとって一番楽しい夏休みだったんだよ。全部覚えてる。忘れたくない。海ちゃんとずっと一緒にいたかったよ。お母さんだけどわがまま言わせてほしかった。おやすみもおはようも一回だけじゃ足りないよ。毎日言わせてほしいの。海ちゃんが私をお母さんにしてくれたんだよ。私は海ちゃんがいたからお母さんになれたの。海ちゃんじゃなきゃ嫌だよ。海ちゃんこんなの嫌。
Yeah, probably don't feel great.
海ちゃんのいない幸せなんて嫌だよ。
And then if you have her again, it's like, awesome, great. But then it's also like, are you really the same person, though? It's like after your dog dies, you get another dog just like it and name them the same. And it's like, yeah, it's great. It's like they never went away. It's also like, huh. But what if? You know, get a little bit of a nagging
幸せ
feeling.
になれない。海ちゃんと一緒じゃなきゃ幸せになれないの。私はずっと海ちゃんといたいのに。夏が来たら前の夏よりももっと楽しい夏休みにするから。絶対に海ちゃんに楽しいって言ってもらえるように頑張るから。だから会いたいよ。帰ってきてほしいよ。大好きって言わせて。海ちゃん海ちゃん。
Oh, time the music perfectly. Let's go. Right at the end of the track, right into this one. There we go. Woo! Credits! We did it! And we'll probably get something a little after credit. Hey, and we also finally get the lyrics for this this melody. That is inevitably going to, you know, copyright claim the video, but hey, this is what it is. All these videos are. That was good. You know, we'll probably get, like I said, a little bit of after credits, so I'll have more time to talk then once it fully wraps up, but I might as well give my thoughts here. Ugh. It was good, you know. Even if it went about how I thought it would there at the end, it was very well done. I liked the message, emotionally hitting. No, I didn't feel like I was gonna like break out in sobs or anything, but you know, my jaw got a little tight there at the end with Nanami, you know, disappearing, you know, becoming Umi. I'm like damn, that was good. Maybe I'm just an emotionally distant person, or I'm just well regulated. That's what I'll call it, because it sounds less bad. You know, I'll just say, you know, I'm in control of my emotions. So I'm highly unlikely to like bust out in, you know, manly tears, of course, you know, but like a gross cry. on camera. Or just like in anything, really. At most, I may get like a little misty-eyed, but I don't like fully break down for media. Even if it's like hard-hitting and I feel it in my core, it's like, yeah, that's good. But now we're just waiting. We'll see what we get after credits. Are we finally gonna get the last few pages of that story that they wrote? Yeah, Ao's sister, whose name I totally remember. It was I think. What if I just Google Ao's sister, Summer Pockets? Oh, I can't read that. Yep, made origami. Hide and seek. Yeah, it was just I. Ooh, water slide at the pool with like some janky backyard construction, which was, probably realistically kind of dangerous, but hey, they made it work. A long time ago, the world had no colors. A butterfly with beautiful wings lived in that world. The butterfly's wings were full of color. The butterfly journeyed all around to many different places. Everywhere it went, the butterfly gave the people it met some of the color from its beautiful wings. Before the butterfly knew it, the beautiful wings had turned pure white, but still it continued its journey. It kept flying, even when its wings were worn out and ragged. No one could tell it was the same butterfly that was once so beautiful. But the world was full of color. It had become a thing of beauty. When the butterfly finally returned to its homeland, it quietly rested atop a flower. It met so many people who were satisfied. The butterfly quietly fell into a deep sleep. Everyone was sad, and their tears fell like rain. But when the rain stopped, the butterfly had become a rainbow. It was like a big, beautiful ridge, wrapping up the whole world. Everyone looked up, and together they said, "Thank you." End to the shed. Cool. Yeah, I bet that would probably become like a weird memory in your head after like 10 years. You'd be like, man, what the fuck was up with that, huh?
家族と友達とどんなに遊んでもやることは尽きなくて、太陽はそんな毎日を眩しく照らし続けてくれた。いつの間にかそんな思い出は記憶の彼方へ。ただあの日まぶたに感じた眩しさだけは忘れなかった。
Damn, Shiro, you got small feet. Those shoes are so tiny. Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. A flock of birds flew overhead. They're migrating, or something, I guess. They passed beyond the mountains and out of view. What did they come here to do, I wonder? Usually when birds migrate, it's either to feed, they're chasing, like, schools of fish, or they're, like, going to, like, their breeding grounds. There's no time for me to be worrying about other people and or birds, is it? The real question is, what did I come here to do? Ugh. Why would I come all the way out to an island like this? Because I was bored, I guess?
まもなく鳥代町漁港に到着します。
So said the announcement. I watched the island draw closer and closer. My destination, Torishirojima Island. That's a bit like saying ATM machine, but hey. Or ATM machine, yeah. Automatic teller machine. Would you like to come to Torishirojima Island? Just a little while before summer vacation began, I received a letter. It's from my mother's sister, my aunt, who I'd never met. When I saw the picture that came along with the letter, I had the strangest, most nostalgic feeling. That's why I chose to come all the way out here. As I climbed the hill, the shrill chorus of the cicadas and the relentless summer sunset beating down upon me made me feel a bit sentimental. I slowly strolled along, trying to ignore the heat. After walking for about 30 minutes, map in hand, I reached the neighborhood where I'd find my destination. No one else was out walking around. Kato-san's house would be... this one, huh? Excuse me! My mom's sister, that is, my aunt, should be somewhere inside here. But the inside of the house was completely silent. Maybe she's out somewhere? Or so I thought, but then I heard a sound from outside. A shed? There was some sort of storehouse out behind the main building. I could tell that there was someone inside it. Hello? When I walked inside, I found a woman reaching up towards a shelf. She turned at the sound of the door.
あれ？ハイリ君だね。
Yeah, I am.
はじめまして。
Are you, might you be Kato-san? She chuckled at my awkward question.
もしかしなくてもそうだよ。
Thank you for hosting
い
me.
らっしゃい。
Is this...
蔵だよ。すごいでしょ。
Yeah, an incredible amount of junk. Kyoko-san smiled wryly as she looked out over the shelves. They were overflowing with strange objects, seemingly with no rhyme or reason behind their
お
organization.
ばあちゃんの収集品が残されてるの。
A collection? How did Grandma end up with all this stuff? Did she like to travel a lot?
違うよ。これはおばあちゃんがいろんな人に預かったものなの。
He entrusted them to her? Then shouldn't we give them back?
ほとんどの人が亡くなってるか音信不通だからね。
But why did they all entrust this stuff to her in the first place? I don't know, sentimental stuff that you don't want to throw away, but you want to taken care of, but you also either don't really want it or like can't have it anymore. So you're just like, yeah, give it to someone who we can trust to, you know, at least keep it
捨
keep
て
it
よう
around.
と思っても
Yeah.
捨てられないものってあるでしょ。だけど当面は持っていてもしょうがないもの。おばあちゃんはそういうのを預かっていたの。
Like those wagon wheels in the corner.
いつでも取りに来てくださいって。
Grandma was kind of an odd person, wasn't she?
ハイリ君はこういうことってなかった？子供の頃、外で遊んでる時に何
Yeah,
か
like a
見つけ
cool
るじゃ
rock.
ない？
Such as?
と説明が難しいんだけど、ちょっと変わった形の石と
Yeah.
か、誰かにもらったガムとか。
I don't know about the gum. Like, I doubt many people are sentimentally attached to like gum. Okay.
お菓子のおまけとか。それを大事にポケットに入れたりしたことない？
Oh, I guess I did. A long time
で
ago.
しょ？チャックをしてこぼれないようにして、
Mm-hmm.
とても大事にしまったはずなのに、翌日には忘れたりしてるんだよね。それでいつの間にかなくなってるの。
Probably because your parents found it when they were doing the laundry and tossed it or something.
そうだろうね、大体。でもね、ふと思い出してポケットを探ると、そのかけらが残ってたりするの。
Fragment.
本当に小さなかけら。でもそれが何なのか思い出せないの。この蔵はそういう場所なのかもしれない。
Yeah, and well, crazy. It'd be weird if something wasn't here like that. Ooh.
誰かの大事な何かを
Particularly
そっ
important to
と
you.
しまう場
Ooh.
所。そうして忘れられた場所。
So, this place is like a pocket?
ねえ、ハイリ君のポケットにも何か入ってない？
Yeah, what? Are you just happy to see me? Huh? I'm pretty sure the only thing in there is my wallet, but... Oh, what's this? Felt something scraping against my finger. I grabbed it and pulled it out. An old cicada husk? Yeah! Why would it have something like that?
もしかして子供の頃から入ってたのかも。
Ew! Well, I just bought these pants last year. Kyoko-san smiled mischievously. I get it.
さっきそっと入れたんだよ。
What are you playing at? Damn, how do you even do that? Is there a restaurant around here or something?
ここから10分ほど港の方に戻ったところだね。夜やってるお店といえばそこぐらいだけど。
Will you be eating there too?
じゃーん、カップうどん。
I remembered the pile of empty containers heaped in the kitchen. You always eat stuff like this?
3分でできるんだよ。
You should really eat real food sometimes.
いいの。
What to do? I guess I might as well go to that diner or whatever. 15 minutes later. I can't believe it was already closed. I suppose the clientele is just as small as the island. By the time I got there, the lights were already out. Good thing I wasn't really that hungry, at least. Rather than heading straight home, I strolled aimlessly around the area. Up in the sky glittered an unbelievable number of stars. Right now, it feels like anything that catches my eye is somehow new and fresh to me. That's pretty fun. Along the way, I stopped to take a look at a big fence surrounding a particular area. It was a pool. In elementary schools, I'd guess. The fence's gate was unlocked, so I went on inside. I took off my shoes and walked along the pool side. It was quiet. I mean, obviously. The moon's reflection floated dimly on the surface. At the side, nothing else was there. I sat on one of the diving blocks. I stayed right there for a moment, gazing out at the pool. I was waiting for something. Oh, what did I expect? A fountain to suddenly spray up from the water? Needless to say, nothing of the sort happened. I sat around for just a while longer, then left. Where am I? Oh, that's right. As of yesterday, I'm staying over at my late grandmother's house. Ugh. I checked the time and found that it was already 8. I'd slept in a little. Help yourself to anything in the house for breakfast, Kyoko. Said a note I found. For now, I guess I'll help myself to a cup udon from the kitchen. Couldn't exactly call it a healthy breakfast, but I had to eat something to keep my energy up. Sorting out the shed would probably be pretty strenuous work. I washed out the udon container in the sink and went over to the shed. Good morning. Is there anything I can help out with?
蔵の整理は明日からでいいよ。
Huh. Is that really okay?
せっかく来たんだから島を散策してみたら？
Good idea. Last night, I just wandered around a bit. Wanted to take another good look around to see what there was to find.
昼ならスーパーも空いてるし、港に行けば簡単な屋台も出てるから。
Supermarket here? I think it's just a regular grocery store if you ask me, but hey. Well, in that case, I'll find something for lunch around there.
表にバイクあるから、よかったら使って。
A bike? I headed out back, a bit excited, only to find a cub parked there for me. I guess a bike's a bike too, huh? Well, something on the smaller side sounds more relaxing anyhow. Time to give this island a good look. I just made up words there, but hey, just fit the mood. Huh? It seemed to be running fine when I left. Words! Start over! It seemed to be running just fine when I left, but barely any time at all had passed before the engine suddenly died. It was pretty worn out, I guess. No choice but to push it until it decides to work again. I walked along, pushing the cub. It was pretty much just baggage at that point. And it was intensely hot outside. Spotted some sort of candy store ahead of me. I'm saved. I'll take a rest over there. A few girls who looked around my age were standing outside the candy store. I guess it must be locals. Wait, why am I getting all weird about this? This is the problem with going to an old words. I can't even speak anymore. This is the problem with going to an all-boys school. I set off again, pushing the cub. The girls were walking in my direction. For an instant, a strange emotion overpowered me. All I'd done was pass her by. But in that moment, I felt like I was passing by something precious to me. And like it would slip away from me, just like that. What's going on? It'd be weird of me to turn around. I just kept on walking.
シロハ？どうしたの？
さっきの。
ああ、見ない男の子がいたわね。観光客じゃない？
そっか。
どうしたの？知り合い？
知らない。それより、愛との約束の時間。
Hey, that's good. I isn't like comatose and like probably gonna die in this timeline. That's cool. Because, you know, I only got better because Ao, did her thing with, Heidi in her route. Though it's to be determined if Ao just managed to do it all on her own in all the other routes. But hey, let's not think about that because that's complicated.
急がないとすねるよ。
As I walked along, the feeling of loss grew stronger. Would it go away eventually? Unable to resist, I turned around. But by then, they were long gone. Oh. After taking a break on the store's bench, the Cubs seemed to have made a recovery as well. Started with a healthy whir. Counting on you for real this time. Maybe just overheated. Thankfully, it didn't break down again. A few hours, plenty of time to do a full loop around the tiny island. I bought some rice balls and a drink from the supermarket and seated myself down on a rocky area by the beach. A few faint clouds floated through the sky right above me. It felt nice to be out of the direct sunlight. A flock of birds flew through the sky. They were headed for the island. Come to steal your rice balls. Above the water's surface, a pair of birds were flying together. Just the two of them were separated from the flock. The way they were flying made it look like both their wings were injured. Somehow, it felt to me like they were encouraging each other as they flew. It felt like someone had told me a story along those lines long ago. Who was it? They'd met because of their injuries. What if they'd never been injured? Would they never have met? I wonder why I'm thinking about something like this. Because I'm bored, most likely. Really bored. The sea was endlessly wide and peaceful. I wonder what I should do. Summer vacation had only just started. Ugh. Morning of the third day, huh? The sun was shining with all its might once again. All right, what to do today? I have helped Kyoko-san. Duh. That's why I came here. Good morning.
おはよう。
I'll help you out in here starting today. I mean, that's why I came here and all. It's not gonna have anything else to do, so feel free to work me as hard as you like. She stared at me for a
お
moment.
願いします。
She smiled. All right, so what should I do? We're sorting out the shed, right? Where should I start?
うん。お任せするよ。
Huh?
適当にラベルを貼ってあるべき場所に並べていくの。
Yeah, just make up some organization system where they belong.
ハイリ君の直感でいいから。
My instincts. That doesn't really give me much to work with. Well, I guess I'll give it a try.
お願いします。
Kyoko-san bade me good luck and left. Okay, let's see what I can do. I casually laid out piles of items on the floor, one by one. But before I did that, I had to clear out the place to put them. And to do that, I had to clear out a path to let me get to the various items. It was like unraveling some sort of huge puzzle. As I immersed myself in my work, the sun gradually set. With each piece of junk that I discovered, I wondered just who had entrusted it to my grandmother, and just what memories they'd had of it. There was no way for me to know. But in any case, I tried to tidy them up in my own sort of way. They were an absolute mess, but I tried to arrange them in chronological order. I labeled them one by one with names that seemed appropriate to me. In doing so, I tried to impose some order on the most disorderly sheds. And as I did so, I felt like I was starting to see them. I began to vaguely appreciate the origins of each piece of junk. The inside of the shed. In a manner of speaking, you could almost call it a map of time itself. Map of time, huh? Not bad. Map of time. Yeah, not bad at all. Time map! And now it just sounds lame. I wake up in the mornings, have a light breakfast of last night's leftovers. When I feel up to it, I poke my head out into the neighborhood's morning radio calisthenics. A bit before noon, I get to work on the shed. Working away, with the occasional break, before I know it, the sun begins to set. My life on the island carried on in that regular, routine manner. I mean, it wouldn't take that long. The shed's decently sized, but it's not that much. Like, realistically, give it a week, you'd be able to go through everything fairly easily. Like, sure, there's some big pieces of furniture, like the, armoires and, cabinets and drawers in here, but beside that, it shouldn't take you that long. Before I knew it, the shed had looked so outlandishly messy at first, it started to take on a semblance of order. Just like how when you put together a complicated jigsaw puzzle, there's always the moment where the remaining pieces seem to just fall into place. I can see the end of the project drawing closer and closer. Ooh, that's probably good enough for today, so I'll go get something for dinner. Oh, the fridge was completely empty. What to do about this? The supermarket was probably already closed. The diner that I tried to go to on the first day was the only place that came to mind. It was closed last time, but maybe I'd have more luck today. I might as well give it a try. Excuse me. It was open. There were no customers inside, though. In fact, there's no sign of anyone at all. Hello? I tried calling out towards the back of the shop.
すいません。いらっしゃいませ。
I think I have a feeling I've seen her before. As for her, she didn't seem to pay me any mind in particular as she wordlessly passed me a menu. It was a perfectly normal menu for a set meal diner like this. Yeah, what's, stir rice? Or whatever it's called? Do you have a dish you'd recommend or anything? She paused to think.
チャーハンとか。
Fried rice. I looked back to the menu. It's not on here.
あ、ごめん。
Hmm?
店のおすすめじゃなかった。
Yeah, oh, just in general, yeah. If it wasn't from the shop's menu, what was it?
私のおすすめ。ごめん。
Yes, so funny. Can I order that then? She nodded. A short while later, she came back out with my fried rice. It was, delicious. Though my hunger might have been playing a role on that judgment. Somehow, it seemed like a really special dish. Oh, this is great. Yeah, really tasty. So, about this. Like, the seasonings and stuff. How do you make it?
秘密。
Right. I guess it sounded like I was trying to wheedle her for the recipe, now that I think about it. Thanks, that was
あ
great.
りがとう。
She replied somewhat bluntly. I looked back at the diner over and over as I left. That girl. Well, she certainly was an odd one. But in some ways, maybe not so much. The end of August was approaching. I spent every day organizing the shed. The piles of stuff crammed into it seemed unending, and I was starting to think no amount of time would be enough to get it all sorted. Sometimes I found myself thinking that I might just turn this into my job and keep organizing the shed for an eternity. When I started thinking along those lines, I'd wander aimlessly around the island on foot, or ride the cub along the shore. When I came back, I was always mysteriously able to make progress again. On particularly bad days, it wasn't rare for me to spend the entire day, morning to night, barely emerging from the shed at all. Every day, I saw the rays of the setting sun flood in through the tiny windows in the shed's wall. The cicada sang tirelessly, and so the summer days passed by. There were only 3 days of summer vacation remaining. Yeah, I was pretty sure I was finally finished. I'd sorted and labeled everything in the shed, lined it all back up in the places that seemed right, like Kyoko-san had told
す
me.
ごい
Oh, wow. That looks great. I heard an astonished voice from behind me. Kyoko-san?
綺麗になったね
Thanks. By the way, I haven't seen you in ages. Did you go on a trip or something?
他のことしてたの
Uh-huh. What other things?
秘密思いのほかハイリ君が集中してるから邪魔しちゃ悪いと思ったし
Uh-huh. Well, you didn't have to.
時の地図がどうのってつぶやいてたし
What? Just when did you overhear that? Had I really been muttering something like that to myself? Hey man, when you get, like, super into work and you, like, enter that flow state, I wouldn't be surprised.
なんだかのめり込
I
んで
talk
る
to
んだ
myself
な
when I
って
work, when I'm, like, super focused. It helps me to, like, organize my thoughts. Yeah, I guess I
ご
was.
めんね夏休みお手伝いしてもらってるうちに終わっちゃったね
Am I even getting paid for this? Nah. Somehow, I feel really fulfilled after all
そ
this.
れならよかった
So, what do you do with all this stuff now?
処分するんだよ
は
持ち主がわかるものはもうとっくに引き取られてるしね
Yeah, the rest of this is all just actual junk.
ここに残っているのはもらい手のないものばかりなの
Is that so?
処分するものを整理するなんて骨折りぞ
Yeah. No, it doesn't,
あ
but
のね処分するにしてもよくわからないまま捨てるのは嫌だったのちゃんと名前をつけて整頓してそれからにしたくて
I mean, you don't have to throw them out. Well, I suppose this is what, like 2000? It's a little early for like Yahoo Marketplace or Yahoo Auction, whatever they use in Japan, to just throw everything up there online, have people come pick it up. So there's not really much you can do with it unless you want to wheel it all across a ferry to like an antique or like consignment store and like sell them there. Somehow, I kind of understand that feeling.
そうだ一つだけどれでも持って行っていいよ
Huh?
欲しいものがあればだけど
Yeah, you know, it's all junk. But these are all just entrusted to us, right? They're not ours.
だってもう捨てるものだから
Yeah, they don't have an owner anymore. They're, you know, vagrant pieces of garbage. Something I want. I thought for a moment. In the first place, just how did I manage to organize the whole shed, I wonder? It seems strange, even to me. Kyoko-san? Huh? Oh, she's gone. I was alone in the shed. It was weirdly quiet. The cicadas had been so noisy, but suddenly I couldn't hear them at all. Maybe I was just imagining it, but I felt like I could hear a deep, majestic sort of noise reverberating outside the shed. It was the sound of the ocean. Well, you are on an island, though we are decently far from the shore. Ooh. Suddenly, the light shining through the window grew stronger. The inside of the shed was drowned in light. Unable to bear it, I closed my eyes. and as I closed them, I thought I recognized it. I'd experienced this dazzling brilliance before. I slowly opened my eyes. Where am I? Oh yeah, this one, the title screen. The blue sea stretched out before me, forever and ever. A single ripple spread through it. Someone was out there. A girl, alone. Her face was obscured by the unrelenting light, and I couldn't properly make it out. But still, I knew her. I know her. I remember her. I couldn't possibly forget her. And so... Umi! Come home! The precious memory I'd kept safe in my pocket from a summer long ago. Even if I lost it somewhere along the way. Their long, long adventure. I would never, ever forget it. Beyond the light, the girl. She smiled faintly. The girl, the landscape. All of it vanished into the light. Huh? This is the shed. What was I just doing? Gyoko-san told me I could take one thing, anything I wanted. I'd been searching for it. For something to take. Suddenly, I saw something glimmer in the corner. For a second, I thought it was a rainbow. Light from the window was shining onto it, and it was glittering with a beautiful rainbow hue. It was a paper airplane, molded from rainbow origami paper. I don't know why, but looking at it made me feel a powerful sense of nostalgia. I played with paper airplanes just like it when I was little. I wonder if it flies. Seemed like a bit of a waste, but I wanted to fly it as soon as possible. So I threw it. Out the window, towards the sky. It soared into the sky, far more cleanly than I'd expected it to. Catching the wind, climbing higher and higher, it disappeared into the light of the sun. Well, I'm off then.
お見送りできなくてごめんね。
It's okay. Thanks for taking care of me all this time.
驚くぐらい頑張ってくれたね。
I was bored, that's
お
all.
かげで助かっちゃっ
Glad I could finally be of some help to
た。
you.
やっとって？
ん？
そんなに昔からお手伝いしたかったの？
I'm not really sure why I said that. Just something deep within me was saying, finally, I helped her.
変なの。
It sure is, huh?
マイリ君、頑張って。
Right. I'll do my best. Well, I'm off then.
これでよかったんだよね。
Eh.
瞳。
Yeah, it seemed weirdly like Kyoko knows some stuff. Very strange. What the connection there is. Like that, the how. Like obviously, you know, yeah, Shiroha, Takahata, that makes sense why they'd know. I walked along, my duffel bag slung over my shoulder, just like when I arrived. You know, and like we saw last time when, you know, Umi/Nanami went to go talk to her, like, she was like, does she know? A bus passed me by. I'm surprised there's even buses on this island. Oh, huh. Didn't even know there was a bus here. I should have just taken that. Well, I've got plenty of time regardless. Might as well take it easy. I'm surprised the bus driver didn't stop and be like, want a lift? It's a small town. It's not like they got a crazy bus schedule they need to keep. But then, I saw someone running in my direction. 3 people, actually. A pretty idiosyncratic looking bunch.
Joe.
Casually greeted me. Hey. I returned his greeting just as casually.
お前は確か加藤さんのとこに来ている。
No, yeah. I was here to help sort out my grandma's estate. I hadn't really left the house much, but it looked like they knew about me
い
anyway.
つからいたんだ
The whole summer break, pretty much.
俺らはこれから山に行くんだが来るか
And the mountains? For what?
麻雀だ
I'm actually on my way home right
そ
now.
うか。
まあ夏休みも終わりだしな
Later.
あ
The three of them passed me by. Maybe if I'd spent this summer vacation differently, we would have all been friends. Two women walking ahead of me. They looked like they were on their way to the harbor, too.
また来年があるわよ。
分かってる。よし。来年はもっとクオリティ上げるの。すっごい驚かせてみせるんだから。
The girl dragging a big suitcase punched the air.
あ、そうだ。洞窟の明かりのスイッチチェックしておいてね。あれしょっちゅうつかなくなってるから。
はいはい。
Well, that's good for you, Kamame, that you're not, like, dying of a neurologic, like, degenerative disease. That's cool. I like that for you. The girl with a plushie was walking along.
ねえ、それ熱くないの？もぎゅ？大きなぬいぐるみ。熱そうよ。
I mean, not really?
大丈夫ですよ。お友達ですから。そう、お友達なのね。
Also, she's wearing, like, a light white and, like, light blue summer dress. Like, I'm sure she's fine.
あなた、あの灯台に何があるか知ってる？灯台ですか。もぎ、私はよく遊びに行きますが、特に何も。遊びに行くの？
Yeah, it's cool. It's like a tower.
鍵持ってますから。だからって。私も連れて行ってもらってもいい？いいですよ。
And so much. I didn't go out much, so I had no idea, but this might be a surprisingly lively island after all. Next time I come here, I'll have to look around a lot more. But wait, why would I ever come here again? I'd already done everything I needed to do here. Everything. Yeah, I'd better get going. The ferry worker was walking along the harbor, doing a final check before departure. Looks like it's about to set sail. Hey, wait! I'm getting on! I crossed the ramp in a hurry. The worker watched me climb on board, then disconnected the ramp. It's time for the ferry to depart. I casually glanced back to the harbor and saw... a girl was standing there. The girl from the diner. She was gazing out at the ocean. She was holding something in her hands. A rainbow paper airplane? Isn't that... The girl gently tossed it towards the ocean. It soared through the air. Smoothly, rapidly, gaining in altitude by leaps and bounds. Climbed up into the sky. I wonder just how far it'll fly. I knew where it was flying. I had no clue why I knew it. I couldn't put it into words, but that mysterious feeling welled up in my chest, as if I were yearning for the past, yearning for a future I had yet to see. When I came to this island, there had been something I just couldn't remember. I had no idea at all what it was myself. But I talked about it with someone, somewhere. I tried. In that moment, I tried to remember. I have to go back. Excuse me! Hey, excuse me! I'm getting off! The boat was already setting sail. It was leaving the island. No matter how much I yelled, they weren't going to stop. But still, I couldn't just stand there. That much at least I knew for sure. I was lost in my own world. I climbed onto the boat's railing. Not even I knew what I was trying to do. But I had to go back to the island. That girl. I had to talk with her. I think I called out a name. Didn't know whose name it was. But whether or not my voice reached her, whether or not she heard it, the girl on the harbor turned to face me. And I flew. Naturally, she was shocked. I mean, a guy just jumped off a boat mid-departure. I had no clue what to say. I had no way to express the mysterious feeling in words. I had to say something. Anything. I really liked your fried rice. So, would you teach me how to make it after all? Woo! Yeah, it'll all work out. Full ED this time? Yeah! Can I skip it though? Sorry, no skip. No skip. Darn. Ugh. Mainly because I have to go to the bathroom, but hey, I can hold it. I'm an adult. But yeah, woo, we did it. A little sad that his summer vacation turned out to be a whole lot of nothing, really. In, this corrected, quote unquote, good timeline. But, he got his foot in the door. We don't need to see it all. I'm sure they'll make different good memories. We don't gotta see all of it. But that was good. I liked it. Summer Pockets? Who would have thunk? It's a pretty good visual novel. I think it really came together in the end. There were definitely some routes where I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? Sorry, Nomiki, your route wasn't very good. Samugi, your route was really long, and it had a bunch of stuff in it that didn't feel like it was very, necessary. Shizuku, sorry, your route was also kind of weird. Damn, yeah, that's like half of them, ain't it? Whoops. Hit and miss. Not everyone can be a home run, but they did well. They did a good job of making sure, Shiraha's stuff was all good. I liked Shiraha, believe it or not, who would have thunk. I liked all the characters. As characters, I liked them. I just feel the stories in some of their routes let them down, didn't live up to the characters themselves, which I feel like that's the best way for it to be, because I don't want to not like one of the, heroines in my romantic, fucking visual novel. That would be really bad. Unless the story is, really good, and then it's like, okay, but then the heroine's playing second fiddle, which is not good. You don't want that. But yeah, I feel like rereading through, Shiraha's route the first time, you would see some stuff and, be like, ooh, be able to kind of see the inner workings a little bit. At the end with the big swarm of butterflies in the ocean. It makes sense why that would happen. But, yeah. God damn it. Now I'm stuck with, nothing to say because I've already kind of given all my thoughts. So, Summer Pockets, it has an anime now, huh? That's crazy. It should be decently well along. I don't know what episode they're currently up to, but it should be, I don't even know if the first season's done yet. Let me Google it. Oh god, I hate it when it does this. Like I'm typing on the keyboard, but nothing's popping up in the search bar. Summer Pockets anime, huh? Is the first season just 12 episodes or 24? No, it says 20, so it's doing pretty good. Ooh, yikes. I mean, it says for like the Crunchyroll review, it's 4.5 out of 5, but IMDb gives it a 6.7, which is fair. I think for a lot of visual novel adaptations, visual novel adaptations in general, especially for something like this, the first season is kind of like arc, you know, bop, doing all the heroine stuff, where it's kind of like, okay, kind of like Clannad, you know? Like, I'll be honest, Clannad's first season, it's all right. It's all right. It's definitely not as well put together as something like After Story, where they can, you know, beeline one definitive narrative, and they don't gotta, you know, go off on all these side route tangents. It helps it feel like really, really cohesive. Though, I'm curious to watch the Summer Pockets anime now, because it's like, how are they going to do it? Because it's like, you only got like a month, you know, in time to do all the heroine routes. It's like, fuck, dude. Like, are you doing literally anything else with your time besides running around with all these girls?
夏を思い出の中を
Mm-hmm.
過去の中に未来を見つけようと
Oh god, now I want to do like the ping pong route with Umi as like the tournament partner.
たくさん頑張って寄り道をして
Yeah, we definitely took some
そ
detours.
して叶ったお母さんと楽しい夏を過ごすことができた。もう満足だって思った。本当に。なのにどうしてだろう。ずっと願っていたことが叶ったら、
Mm-hmm.
次の願い事が生まれた。
Damn, I really want to see him again, huh?
ママだな。それはもう叶ったはずのことなのに、あの夏に知ってしまったばかりに、私は
Mm-hmm.
願っお母さんとお父さんと3人でまた夏を過ごしたいと。もう夏休みが繰り返されることはない。私がいた夏休みもない。すべては
Mm-hmm.
私だけの思い出。誰もが忘れたとしても私だけは忘れない。この夏の青さだけが残る世界で、たとえ永遠を迷い続けたとしても、あの眩しさを
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in this world of
やっと見つけ
reflective
たぜ。
blue. Huh?
いつまで迷子でいるつもりだい？僕は追いかけるのは得意だけど、探すのは苦手なんだ。こっちにおいで。どこに？君はずっと繰り返し続けた夏を。
Uh-huh.
だけど立ち止まらなかった。ずっと前を向いて歩き続けていたんだ。すごいことさ。だから少し休憩してみようぜ。そして振り返ってみるんだ。君が繰り返してきたいくつもの夏のそのさらに先にある夏を。振り返った先にある。君は頑張ったんだ。確かに結んだんだぜ。
Mm-hmm.
未来ってやつを
Cheeky?
さ。ほら、聞こえないかい？君を呼ぶ声が。
The world of blue faded into the distance, and its brilliance consumed all. My consciousness faded too, like I was dozing off. Is this the end? I always suspected that an ambiguous existence like my own would fade away like this someday. Almost like waking up from a dream. I lightly clutched the precious memories given shape that I held within my hands. I slowly, quietly inhaled, and as I breathed in, I smelled something incredibly nostalgic. The sea, the greenery, the smell of that summer. The blue sky spread out before my eyes. Clouds so blindingly white it hurt to look at them floated overhead. The scorching sunlight beat down upon my skin. Dazzled by it all, I closed my eyes.
ここは
In a daze, I tried to think it through. I didn't understand what was happening, but
海ちゃん
海
I heard their voices. The voices I thought I'd never get to hear again. The voices that lingered in my memories, playing over and over.
海ちゃんどこ
いたあそこだ
I heard footsteps drawing closer. 2 sets of them coming right in my
海
direction.
ちゃんこんなところで寝てたの
急にいなくなるから探したぞ
この辺は崖もあるから危ないんだよ
Mm-hmm. Damn, those bums still wearing the same clothes as back then. Fucking, I know when you get a good fit going, it's like all you want to wear, but for the love of God, get some new clothes.
お母さんどうしたのお父さん
どこか怪我でもしたのか痛いところでもあるのか
お母さんお父さ
海
ん海ちゃんお母さんお父さんおはようあれにお母さんとお父さんにおはようって言いたかった
It's like, okay. It's like, I feel like we say it every morning, but sure.
ずっと二人におはようってそうおはよう海ちゃん
ちょっと寝ぼすけだけどなおはよ
おはよ
Those were the words I always wanted to say. Incredibly trivial words, the sort that you could easily use on a daily basis. And yet, that's exactly why they were so very precious. Within a somehow nostalgic air, like it was perfectly natural, they took my hands in theirs. Okay, I guess it was different clothes. It just looked really similar from the reflection in her eyes. The hand in my right was soft and gentle.
何
On the other hand, your fit is like mid as fuck. And the hand to my left was strong and firm.
お父さん
うなんだ
なんでも
I was enveloped in a warm, gentle brilliance.
今日はずいぶん甘えるな海と手をつなぐなんてどれだけぶりだろう
ない2時間ぶりくらいじゃない
ずっとつないでいたいんだよ
私
白羽お父さんめちゃくちゃ嬉しい
も海ちゃんお母さんともずっと手をつなぎたいお母さんも嬉しい
I walked hand in hand with Mom and Dad. I grasped my hands firmly. It was a warmth I remembered well. A warmth that was clear and gentle, even amid the sweltering heat of summer. Suddenly, I came to a stop and turned around.
どうした
何か落としたの足跡3つ
Yep.
んでる
Yep, there's 3 of us.
そりゃ3人で歩いているから
Yeah.
な
What an astute observation, Umi. The single set of footprints I always left behind me would now have 2 more to accompany it. Now and forever. No matter how many summers come and go, we'll still be a family.
お腹すいたそうだねもうお昼過ぎてるもんね
じゃあお父さんが作るか
チャーハン
もちろんお母さん直伝だ
私が作ってもいい
海にはまだあの味が出せないだろ
多分大丈夫だよ
Yeah, I think now she'll be
美
fine.
味しいチャーハン作れるからじゃあ お願いしようかな。
There was something I managed to reach by carrying on and walking forward. And now, I finally found the warm hands I was searching for.
お父さん、お母さん。
Through countless summers and countless meetings, binding together innumerable threads of kindness. I'll remember all of it, and face forward towards a new summer.
次の夏休みも楽しみだね。
Cool. Woo! Complete Summer Pockets. We did it! New title screen. Oh, the old title screen, but now we can literally do anything we want. Woo! Alright. Ladies and gentlemen. We finally did it. Summer Pockets is over. Completed after a long time. God damn, I feel like Umi from this. Sorry. Oh, we got the butterflies in the corner now. I didn't notice that. Going all the leading to extra? What if I click on extra? Do we get anything there? Or is it just CGs? Just CGs. Yep. We should have got, like, pretty much everything. Progress 99. I must have missed something. Where did I miss something from? Oh god, that sound effect's kind of annoying, ain't it? 54179. Oh god, is it even showing what I missed? I guess we missed like a random Umi scene. Or an Umi face? Strange. Huh. And obviously I missed a ton of medals, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, ladies and gents, I feel like I've said everything I wanted to, so it's with great pleasure I can say we did it. It's over. It's done. There will be no more Summer Pocket episodes, at least for now. Because with the anime airing, I think I might do like a reaction to it. Considering it's still fresh in my mind and I'd be able to like really compare it. As far as the designs go for the anime though, I've got some opinions about them. They're fine. They're like a bit more earthy in the color tones for the characters, which I think is fine. They're decent adaptations. The hair is a little less floofy, but that's just for like, I know, ease of animation, of course. So I won't knock them too hard for that. But as for future plans, I still need to finish up Utawara Durumono, Mask of Truth. I think Truth is next. I think Deception was the last one, and I gotta do Truth. Ooh, they're gonna tear me alive if I don't, so that's definitely gonna be the next one I do there. And then I can do the anime reaction on the side of that, you know. If I do it, I'll try to do like 2 episodes, you know, of the anime per episode of reaction, so that way it's not not super drawn out. At least until I get to the point where it's airing live, and then obviously it'll be 1 a week. But I'll have to think about that, you know, get something planned out ahead of time. But we're at 2 hours, and like I said earlier, I really gotta go to the bathroom, so we're just gonna end the episode here. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thank you, NordVPN, for letting me know that I can get Incogni for $6.59 a month. I don't think you guys would have heard that, but I heard the ding. Anyway, time to redo my outro now. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and the notification bell, and check out the Discord link in the description down below, and become a member today. And I will see you all later for whatever series we'll be doing next. Hope to see you all again. Bye-bye now. Mwah.